True facts about the Bop It worm, a real-life horror. True facts about Bop It worm. We might just go into more.
True facts is not appropriate for children or adults who don't act like children.
Or adults who don't act like children. You hear that? You hear that, chat? You hear that? You guys should be good, because I'm an 18+ streamer, and all of you guys are 18+.
Here in the coral reef, among these beautiful ocean plants, there hides a sea worm. Wait, what? The brightly colored things are the worms?
Huh?
Okay, still beautiful.
I like this dude's voice already. Nashudoki, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest. I was about to say Crow's Mess. It's Crow's Nest. So it is recommended for people who act like children. No, who don't. Or true facts is not appropriate for children or adults who don't act like children. Wait, what? You don't act like children? Who don't act like who don't? Wait, what? Wait, the wording is fucking me. Now you got me. The board's got me.
Beautiful, but now I feel like vomiting. It's kind of like love. Imagine if one lived in your nostril. You'd be the fanciest lad at the party. These creatures are in the class.
You gotta love the British accent. I think that's just his voice.
Polychaeta. They are referred to as Christmas tree worms or Spirobranchus giganteus.
Wait,
Given
what?
the fact that they are on average 1.5 inches, I'd say that's a bit of hubris. If 1.5 inches is giganteus, trust me, I'll be referring to a part of myself as very giganteus from now on. Don't be a perv, I'm talking about my pinky. Pinky is what I call my penis. Who's the perv now?
Pinky is what I call my penis. Thank you, loads. No, thank you for being here.
Oh, still me. Most of the worm is buried in the coral, and these little pom-poms are kind of like mustaches. Two highly modified structures just above the mouth are composed of feathery radioles. The radioles are covered in cilia. These worms are filter feeders, and they use their cilia to sort out the crap that floats by, transporting building materials and edible bits back to the mouth. To understand this, imagine a bunch of Williamsburg hipsters that fell into a ball pit up to their mustaches and had to use them to capture kale chip crumbs in quinoa.
What are these
That is how the
descriptions?
Christmas tree worm do. In addition to food, these worms collect and process sand
Cilia?
grains in
Cilia.
a special gland and then secrete a calcareous tube around their bodies in a process known as biomineralization.
I
It's
apologize
rough
for
living
nothing. You
inside
apologize
of
for
a
that horrible
coral.
joke now.
You can chafe your timmies in there without a tube. To top off their little hidey hole, they form a little round door that can shut them in, called an operculum. See? It looks like they're wearing little tiny hats. Another polychaete, the feather duster worm, also lives in a tube. Here is what one looks like naked, which might be why it lives in a tube. It
Twitch, this is a worm! Twitch, I didn't mean to pause on this! Twitch is a worm! Hey, yo! Twitch is a worm! It's an actual worm this time!
could learn a thing or
Twitch!
two from the penis worm, sorry, peanut worm, which is very comfortable with its body. This tube, however, is made of a parchment-like mixture of mucus,
time-
protein,
anyways.
and sand.
Anyways.
This is underwater construction, so we're talking about real deal mucus. Not that snail trail you smear wipe on your forearm when you have a cold and no one's watching. No. This is oddly satisfying to watch.
Yeah, Yanni, why?
Like a phallic screensaver. It feels like something
It
I
looks
should
like
be
a
ashamed
penis.
of enjoying. Put 4 hours of this on instead of the Yule log video and see what Grandma says. Like most polychaetes, the feather duster has eyes and eye spots on its ferny things. There,
Ferny
you see them?
things, yep.
Neither do I.
What?
But these eyes help it sense danger, so it can retract back into its single pant leg of snotty chinos. Sorry, I have to watch that again. It's like a toilet flush. If you want to see tube building in action, though, the polychaete sand mason worm is
Ew.
good at it, the tube building. It has a face full of tentacles, which can transport whatever building materials are nearby. Sand grains, bits of shell, and all this it binds together with its own secretions. Look, it makes a tiny little tree with branches where it can rest its tentacles. No, absolutely not. That is an acorn worm, and we are not talking about the acorn worm.
That's an acorn.
It is an acorn worm, and we are not
The more I watch and the more sus it is. I swear to God, these are worms.
Talking about the acorn worm. Most polychaetes, however, are more mobile. Polychaeta translates roughly to many hairs. Each segment of the worm has paddle-like parapodia from which chaeta emerge. In
Welcome
tube
to
dwellers,
nature,
these
get it
chaeta
not?
are fleshy and help the worm hold on inside the tube, allowing them to emerge or retract. But other
check his
polychaetes
video
like
out on the
these
Mantis
use
strip. I
them
think I
to
will,
move
actually.
around freely. The fireworm is bristly. It has bundles of hardened barbed chaeta made of calcium carbonate, which act as little feet and also as a line of defense. These little guys
I've seen
hurt
you on
like
a website before. I just can't mention which one.
a
Oh,
marlin
that is
haggler if you pick
yikesy.
them up. This defense is
Thought the
useful
worm was
when you
shitting
don't
out
have
sand.
a
I thought so
tube
too.
to hide in, because it's hard out there for a soft worm. There are dangers lurking, like this ferocious-looking fish. Or this anemone, which, to be fair, the worm just walked right into. It does look fun. There are also
It
other
does look
families
fun.
of worms
If I stick my dick in an enemy. Anyways.
that feed on polychaetes, like the ribbon worm Nemertea, which extends a
You die!
proboscis.
What? I be dead? Mega dead. Bat? No, man? I be dead? What? Is it super poisonous? If I stick my dick into it, it just kills me? I did not know this. Okay, I won't stick my dick in it. Yes. Oh, okay, I won't stick my dick in it. High concentration blood and a lot of poison. Oh, they eat anything that enters them. Oh, crow, no! Oh, they're venomous and have lots of toxin. Oh, I die. Would anyone really be surprised if they get my body out and it has like a sea anemone just attached to where my crotch is? Would anyone really be surprised?
From an opening right above its mouth, like a retractable nose tongue that
Either
can
that or your
cover
dick would
prey
rot
with
off.
sticky toxic secretions before the feeding begins.
I mean, see,
This is some serious X-Men shit. I mean, not implying that X-Men shit like this, or any differently than we do.
I mean, just saying,
sure.
what a shame! What a shame!
Level 1 kind of power that you just don't hear about, but no judgment. In any case, polychaetes aren't just about the D. What?
What?
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I meant defense. The ragworm can turn its pharynx inside out to expose jaws and teeth made of an extremely hard, lightweight material. Nope, I told you, we're not doing that.
That literally looks like a pile of shit. Okay.
Bobbit worm, however, is on a different level entirely. Bobbit worm don't need no friggin' tube. Bobbit worm goes where bobbit worm damn well pleases.
Reminds me of
These are
Slay the
long-
Princess, one of those games that I really need to fucking play. I heard nothing but good things about it. But also, what the hell are you? You look like an alien!
Worms, 3 feet on average and beautifully iridescent. But there's no man in an elf costume standing in a kiddie pool of hot dogs at the end of this rainbow. Or pot of gold.
A
whatever
bobbit
you're
worm.
into. There's only death. When a bobbit worm is hungry, it buries its long body into the sediment and waits. It can also invert its pharynx to expose what looks like a PowerPoint slide from a demon sex ed class. This frogfish,
A demon
for
sex.
example,
Oh!
is fucked. This fish
This fish is fucked. If only. No, wait, no. I had a science teacher that explains the situation like that. Hey, he did his job. It made me remember.
demon sex ed
Me waiting on my Uber Eats order. Where is it? Where is it? And then just snatch it right away.
class. This frogfish, for example, is fucked. This fish is having a good day. It won a Fortnite Battle Royale, and his crush just texted them a unicorn emoji, which means nothing to a fish, but it's still something.
Hey.
Bobbit worm don't give a shit.
Oh!
Here's one the vegetarians can appreciate. Oh.
Imagine accidentally stepping on that. You lose your foot. Where are these guys from? Fucking Australia again? I'm back again. Hello, welcome on in.
Not an
Now you know why I don't like
The
bobbit
name
worms.
bobbit
Yeah, I'm
worm
looking at
is
it right
said to
now.
be in reference to the 90s news sensation. Oh my god, it got out!
It got out! Oh, the octopus
is
got
not
out!
having that shit. The name bobbit worm is said to be in reference to the 90s news sensation surrounding Lorena Bobbitt, and a subsequent myth that the female bobbit worm cuts the penis off the male.
Oh.
The male bobbit worm, however, has no penis to cut off. It is what is called a broadcast spawner.
Oh,
when the time is
don't fuck
right,
with an
these
octopus,
worms
yeah, they don't
just
survive
hang
shit.
out in their little holes and let loose. It's sort of like masturbating in a tub, except everyone's in the tub.
Ew! Why you have to put that image in my head? It's like masturbating in a tub, except everyone's in that tub. That sounds disgusting. It's like I'm part of a swingers club. Or a bunch of VTubers in one hot tub. My fault. I'm sorry. I shouldn't describe it like that.
Polychaetes do this. Here's a female Christmas tree worm doing it right
thank you for the
above a
hydrate.
male who is also doing it. Certainly less complicated than Tinder. Other polychaetes are a bit more extreme. These worms go through a remarkable
Now
transformation.
think again why the ocean is salty. Dude, I already know that fish probably like come buckets. I already know like the whales like during mating season already makes most of the water. I won't be any different. If I was a fish, yeah, I would come all over the place too. Not gonna lie. Why look at made up horror when there's plenty of horrors in nature? I can see that right now.
Into
Cracking
a sexually
it,
mature
yanking it, just like
epitope.
fucking
Their
dorking
bodies
it.
fill with gametes, sperm or eggs, and they often develop the ability to swim. When the time is right, they gather near the surface,
Anyways.
and in some cases, their gametes literally erupt from their bodies, like silly string at a New Year's Eve party. You know when you blow up a balloon and let it go and it sort of sputterflaps all over the place? That, but you are the balloon, and
Oh.
instead of air, you're filled with sperm. And
No! I would be like Rule 34 again. No, no, no! And that's why we thank filter feeders in the sea. Thank God. Crow? Whales are mammals. Okay. I already know whales are mammals! All I said was if I was a fish, I would just like, come everywhere. I didn't specifically mean the whale's a fish. You're making sentences that I never made. It's like Twitter all over again. I like pancakes. So you hate waffles. That's not what I said.
after the party is over, you die. Other polychaetes don't love the death by orgy thing and have a novel approach. This remarkable little polychaete,
I swear 50% of animals just die after mating, so they come and go, huh? Low ball joke! I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
Ramacillus multicordata, has one
I'll be a
head
sea angel.
and
Would
many
you?
branches of its body that terminate in anuses. It's kind of a
I heard anus. Where in the fuck do you see an anus? Do you see an anus? I don't see an anus. Where the fuck's the anus?
give me a kernel of corn and let's play.
The one fucking hole that I can find throughout my whole entire life, and I can't find it here. Where the fuck's the anus?
Butthole pachinko kind of worm. But here's the thing though, these little anal buds, kind of like earbuds, but it's harder to hear the music. It's muffled. These little anal buds can turn into males and females, and wait for it, can grow a little head with eyes and swimmy parts, and then break off and swim up to the surface on their own. It's like sending your genitals to the bar while you binge watch Netflix at home.
What are these descriptions? It's like sending your fucking balls to the bar while you're just chilling at home. What the fuck are these descriptions? Yes, because then I can open my head up like an eldritch creature. Okay, now we probably need to see that video just to see that.
Win-win. Here we
is
witness
why I
a
love these
Palolo
vids. What the
worm
fuck are these
genital party
descriptions?
in action. Strange, isn't it? But don't judge. These worms, acorn worms, they share almost 70% of our DNA. It's the 70% of us that laughs at poop jokes. Doo-doo caca.
Okay, but for real though, what's the 70% that's in common with the? Where's 70% in common with this thing? That 30. What?
It's 70% of you. Remember, we're all just tubes with some fancy bits attached, looking for stuff to put in the front and finding places to put whatever comes out the other side. Guys, check it out. Long tongue. We got a fish with a long tongue here. Guys. Oh, look, a random hole. I think I'll go down in it. What could possibly go wrong?
Aw. Speaking of anus, wow, what a great starting sentence. Did you know that the first ever cell of humans are the ones that build the anus when fertilized egg starts dividing in the womb? Why would you tell me that? I mean, we share 50% of the DNA with like a banana. Okay, why a banana? Oh, this motherfucker can punch. That's the only thing I remember about the mantis shrimp. This motherfucker can punch. What happened? Short horror film. That's what.
Here we will explore true facts about the mantis shrimp. The mantis shrimp is a living fossil of the prehistoric clown that all modern clowns evolved from. It is both beautiful and... Wait, is that a fishtail? What are you doing to that fish? The eyes of the mantis shrimp are among the most advanced eyes in the animal kingdom. These are very complicated eyes. Lots of tiny little eye parts moving in different directions. It's impossible to get a read on what these little bastards are thinking.
I helped Scar chat. God damn it.
No. Each of our human eyes creates a single picture, and the two together means that we have binocular vision.
Oi.
Each one of the mantis shrimp's eyes creates 3 separate images, a trinocular eyeball.
It is a bit cute. This is cute to you?
Them, which means that it's sexnocular. Dirty science.
Sex.
Whoa. What was that? You can clean your eyeballs? That's crazy. Human eyes can detect 3 color waves.
Thank you for this one. You're welcome, Callie. Ow. Oh, thank you for 300 pennies, though. Cute like a pug.
5,400 of them.
A bit, I said.
Kidding.
Even a
they
bit.
Can detect 12. 9 more than we can. But it's less impressive now, isn't it? Just 9. Whatever. Imagine a color that you can't even imagine. Now do that 9 more times.
I mean, it gives baby alien from space, so it's kind of cute. I don't know about that one, brother.
Discerning the colors that humans can see, which is probably why it dresses like an idiot. And this explains the modern clown as well. And just like the modern clown, the mantis shrimp has a psychopathic killing instinct.
What?
Mantis shrimps are generally divided into 2 categories. The first, the spearers, have spiny barbed front scooping claws designed to snag and stab prey. The spearers play a version of hide and go seek, which pretty much sucks for anyone that isn't hiding. Kind of a crappy game, really, not for kids. Alternatively, the smasher mantis shrimp have little Edward bowling ball hands that they use to punch the crap out of basically everything. They have the fastest punch in the world with the same acceleration as a .22 caliber bullet. To a mantis shrimp, kung fu looks like Tai Chi. The mantis shrimp can deliver a blow
to a mantis shrimp, kung fu looks like Tai Chi. That is the funniest but most intimidating line I ever heard for an animal. Oh!
1,500 newtons of force, which tells you what a sissy punch Newton must have had. That punch is so powerful that the universe can't even handle it. Water moves out of the way so fast that little vacuums are formed called cavitation bubbles. These bubbles collapse immediately, and the force of that collapse creates a second shock wave and even generates light and heat. That's some Mortal Kombat finishing move shit right there. Basically, it sucks to be the mantis shrimp's roommate. There's just way too much of the punching. Wait, did that guy just hand him his own arm? That's crazy.
What the
fuck?
Have
you ever heard the story of the hermit crab and the mantis shrimp? One day, that's it. That's the whole story. Even the octopus.
The story between the hermit crab and the mantis shrimp. One day. Yeah, that's it.
Who
God
is
damn
quite a
it.
badass, can't deal with these little psycho bastards.
Whoa.
If you're afraid of clowns, whoa, what the hell, man? Leave the crab alone. If you're afraid of clowns, stay afraid. Stay very afraid.
Keanu! Thank you for being sub for 13 months. Oh my god, past a whole entire year. Oh my god, what the fuck are these?
Explore true facts about the sea pig. Here is a picture of a land pig. As you can see, they are virtually indistinguishable from the sea pig.
I don't know. Obvious humor like this just gets me. I just love it.
One way to tell the difference is that bacon from a land pig tastes delicious, while bacon from a sea pig tastes like a fish farted on a dirty beach cracker. Another way is to simply ask it whether it's a sea pig. If when you ask your mouth fills up with seawater, then you're probably an idiot, because the sea pig lives deep in the abyss of the...
I hate God damn it. I love the humor. I love this humor. If you if you ask if this is a sea pig or not, and your mouth fills with seawater, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're underwater.
The sea pig is a type of sea cucumber. This is stock video of a sea cucumber, which has been downloaded one time by me. This is a picture of a land cucumber. As you can see, they're virtually identical. If you get confused, check to see if your cucumber is breathing through its anus. Because unlike land cucumbers, sea cucumbers breathe through their anuses. As you might have guessed, this is no ordinary run-of-the-mill commonplace anus. Sea cucumbers have a cloaca. Think of it as a multi-purpose orifice.
And the word came back, cloaca! If you want some more obvious humor, you should check out a song about birds.
Beating, and any other orifice-related needs you might have. Convenient. Not what I would have chosen personally. I'm quite happy with my
this creature. You know this creature?
A bit of distance between the breathing and the pooping, but no judgments. As my mother used to say, a hole is a hole. Wow, in this context, that really sounds pretty bad.
Hole's a hole, huh? That one also looks like a penis. Wait, which one?
Bad. Retraction. In any case, the many uses of the cloaca did not escape the pearlfish, which has formed a symbiotic relationship with the sea cucumber.
What do they do?
It hides inside the sea cucumber's butt.
It what? It what? I'm sorry. What? It what? It what? What? What?
Where it feeds and gains protection. The sea cucumber, meanwhile, has a fish in its butt. Win-win. The sea cucumber has a remarkable defensive adaptation.
In the butt.
When attacked, it violently contracts its muscles and jettisons its internal respiratory organs out of its anus in a process known as...
it's its booty roommate. Oh my god, this would be a yaoi story to tell. Well, in its cloaca, that's still the butt.
Evisceration. Needless to say, the predator becomes confused. To understand this, imagine that you are getting mugged.
Okay.
And in response, you pull your pants down, bent over. Actually, I don't think this really helps.
I fucking... Imagine you're getting mugged, and now you took off your pants and then bent. Oh, hold on. I don't think this. God damn it! Wow, yaoi fanfic inspiration went. Wait, hold on. I hate this because this is exactly what this is exactly the high five I do to my friends. It's a weird high five. If they go up to a high five, I immediately turn around, pull it down my pants, and then bend over, and I call it the gay high five.
Further down in the depths, the little understood sea pig
it's a good analogy, is it?
Pumps that inflate its legs full of water as it marches on the ocean floor in search of detritus and whale carcasses to eat. Because it is so mushy, the sea pig is a host of parasites like small snails and crustaceans which burrow into it and feed on its insides.
Hey, David!
Fortunately, the sea pig doesn't really have a brain.
What?
So it probably doesn't care. Remember, if someone scares you, just bend over and fart your lungs all over that bastard. Who knows? It might just work.
If someone's trying to rob you, shit all over them. Just projectile shit all over them. Do it. They're not gonna want to rob you afterwards anyway.
Learn to think. Listen, this episode is about tarantulas, but I want you to know that this cricket here could not
just a music video. Oh god, we're about to be traumatized. I'm gonna put that under the horror compilations that I'm reacting to. I'll put that under the horror compilations. 2 horror short films and then that 1 music video.
Well, you'll see. But let's start from the beginning. These balls here are the developing eggs of an arachnid in the family Theraphossidae, otherwise known as a tarantula. Now, tarantulas are spiders, and spiders are arthropods. And arthropods are built out of little Lego block segments that often repeat like a centipede do. And look at that. You can see the segments right there. It's all rolled up in a
I'm not
ball,
ready for that
but if you
demonic thing. It's ready for you, though. Look at that thing. Look at that. It's ready to look at you.
unrolled it, it looks a bit like a pug version of a centipede. All the segments in the back will fuse together to form the big butt part of the spider. All the front segments also fuse together and become very leggy. But right now, this one's almost ready to hatch. You can see little fangs. And look, he's not even born yet, and he has a 5 o'clock shadow. When they hatch,
It's not demonic. Never mind. Scratch that. It's not even born yet. It has a 5 o'clock shadow. Never mind. Scratch that. It's demonic.
these little babies are tiny. Eggs with legs.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Scar looks traumatized. Who, me or the bird? Because we both share that name.
Call them. They're very cute.
Oh, now I'm traumatized. It even develops hair in the back.
I mean, look at the one on the left. It's got straight up puppy dog eyes. These babies have a lot of growing to do, but for a tarantula, growing is a whole thing.
Why is that? Yeah, this is hell. Sentient zits. I hate the fact that that really fits, because they look like a bunch of whiteheads walking around.
They're skeletons.
You're traumatized. Yes, I am.
Choice.
How are you?
The skeletons don't really grow, so if they want to get bigger, they have to make a whole new one. Here, let's watch a grown-up one do it. Now, it does look...
I can't get over it, man. Before someone asks, no, I'm not playing it up. Jesus Christ, no. My skin just crawled.
bit dead, but what's happening is that it's grown a whole new version of what you see right there underneath what you see right there.
What?
And now it's time to wriggle out of the old hairy onesie. It's like if you wanted a mustache and had to grow it underneath your skin and then rip your face off. Or like an exorcism, where you're both the demon and the possessed. Look at the back part there.
Where you're both the demon and the possessed. Ah, that sounds like my friend after like 5 shots of vodka.
After it's loosened up a bit, the tarantula uses its new legs to push off its old body. And look at all that stuff it had to rebuild.
Oh, it's literally just molten. Oh, what the? Oh, the horrors. Ow, Yuki. Why? Oh, the horrors that is nature.
All the way down to those little hairs. And just to make it confusing, they're not even called hairs, they're called setae. And
That was
not
a
like
clever
our
pun, it
hairs,
really
which
was.
don't do shit. They can do all sorts of things. You'll see. This looks a bit like a Muppet sex toy. Anyway.
That's a Muppet sex toy to you? It looks a bit like a Muppet sex toy. You just ruined Kermit for me forever.
Toy. Anyway, after the mold's done,
It's just funny
must
to
feel
watch
a
you get
little
traumatized.
weird,
You're a
walking
sadist!
away from essentially your corpse, and of course the way they walk is a whole thing. They have an open circulatory system. Basically, the tubes that come out the heart just end and dump blood
I
into
just come
different
back and
parts
hear
of the
that.
body
What the fuck? Butt and heart is right there, front end. Well, at least I know where to shoot now. More like the giant one with the big
Blood
teeth.
goes back
Ugh.
into the heart through slits on the heart itself. So their bodies are sort of like
Haha, you try to avoid getting like auto modded with the fleshlight. You still get auto modded. Ah, you dingus. There we go.
a blood-filled demon stress ball. And that's sort of how they move. They squeeze blood into their legs to extend them, and then they use muscles to pull them back. A dead tarantula has no blood
I
pressure.
like being educated, horrified, and entertained simultaneously. I don't even know how to feel.
So its legs curl in. Now, at the end of their feet, they got little claws, and they use them to climb on rough surfaces. But look at that, they can also climb on glass. I know what you're thinking, how the hell do they do that? So it turns out they have these little hairy pads on their feet. And if you look close, they're like little feathers designed to spread out and make close contact with the microstructure of a surface.
Thank you.
The close contact creates tiny little attractive forces called van der Waals forces. And if you add up a whole bunch of those tiny forces, you can hold on. And you don't need any glue. It's called dry adhesion. But here's the thing, when tarantulas walk on glass, they leave behind these little goopy footprints. Doesn't look that dry to me. And of course, the science hippies can't leave something like that alone. One team found silk in the footprints, and they found these little things with holes in them on their feet. So they said that must be where the silk comes from. And so they published a paper saying that tarantulas cling to smooth surfaces by secreting silk from their feet. Some other scientists were like, hold on, there's silk everywhere. How do you know they didn't just step in some ordinary butt silk and were walking around with it stuck to their shoe like toilet paper?
I mean,
the
that's true.
The second team covered a tarantula's butt with wax, so there wasn't any stray silk. When they redid the experiment,
fucked.
there was no silk in the footprints. And so they published a paper saying that tarantulas do not shoot silk from their legs. Burn. And another group found that those setae with holes in them were actually fluid-filled tubes used to sample and sense chemicals. So the footprints are sort of like leftovers from licking the ground.
The tarantula was fine. They washed it off with a bit of warm
Okay,
water,
phew.
and it
Okay.
got a free butt waxing out of it. Hush now, I know what you're thinking. What about that cricket? The one that don't give up? Well, we'll get to that in a minute, after a brief message about our sponsor. Brilliant is a wonderful
Yeah,
hands-on
buddy,
way
you
to
go get that fucking bag, King. I'm just gonna go back to the video, though.
So tarantulas' feet may not make silk, but their back bits certainly do. And they're out there tippy-tapping all over the place. They live in these burrows that they line with silk. Sometimes it's a little hidey hole in the ground, and sometimes it's up in a tree. The silk they make isn't the sticky kind, but all those threads that they leave outside their burrow are sort of an extension of their senses. They got little hair things on their legs that can sense tiny vibrations, so they can tell if something's snooping around. Well, not that time. You know this fly's f***ed. They can grab with their front legs and then hold on with these little arm-like things called pedipalps. Now, right next to their mouth, they've got a stubby little pair of limbs called the chelicerae, and that's where the fangs are, and the fangs probably evolved from claws. So the fangs are more like if you had little T-Rex hands with teeth for fingers on either side of your mouth hole.
Ouch.
These fangs are hollow and connected to a venom gland that delivers, well, venom. This venom both paralyzes...
What a fluffy spider. I really hate spiders with hairs. I really do. My body feels so weird right now. It's probably because it's disgusted.
And begins to digest them from the inside. Alright, so if you've ever wondered how few the f***s are that a cricket gives, then look at this. This tarantula right here is eating 2 crickets. But you know what the cricket in the front is doing? It's friggin' eating the other cricket. I mean,
What the fuck? It's fucking eating the other cricket? It's getting eaten. It's getting eaten right now, and it has the fucking chutzpah, the goal, the energy to not give a single fuck, to just eat the companion that's already dead. What the fuck are crickets? Personally, I'm more of a jumping spider person as opposed to a tarantula person, as most are. Might as well have the last meal. Might as well have the. Well, I'm already here, so. The cricket really said, "Fuck it." Yeah, fuck it. Hey,
Right
Zanny,
there
how you
is a
doing?
cricket that don't give a fuck. Now the fangs don't just puncture. You can see them right here sort of squeezing. The side of the chelicerae opposite the fangs is lined with little teeth-like structures that help crush the prey, like a little nutcracker. Ooh, that's nasty. This is important because spiders forgot to evolve a mouth that can chew. They just have a narrow tube connected to a sucking stomach, which acts a bit like the bulb end of a pipette. Tarantulas are essentially on a liquid diet and have to puree their food and even
Oh, that makes sense. Thinking about what to have for brunch? Well, don't look at this video. Cricket eats cricket, tarantula eats cricket. It's still getting 2 for 1.
Hairs to get rid of the chunks. They often wrap their prey up in silk, which can be a bit of an awkward pirouette if the food's up front and the silk comes out the back. It's not easy, and some of the things they eat are big, like this one got a baby possum. You try making silk pajamas for a possum with your ass. Oh look, it's time for...
What in the fuck? They can just grab a possum?
Making silk pajamas for a possum.
This has got to be the most intimidating look. If a spider looked at me with a possum in its mouth in my backyard, I'll just let it be, to be honest. I'll just let it be. I don't even have time to deal with that. You go for it. When eating a lot. What the fuck?
With your ass.
You watched the...
Oh, look, it's time for mating. This is Clarence, and he's going to show you how he makes his sperm web. Now, when human male...
Sperm web, huh? Sperm web, huh? Sperm web, sperm web. Has there ever been like a yaoi with like a half monster dude that's also a spider? Never mind, my fault.
Masturbate, it often ends with the Kleenex. Male tarantulas, on the other hand, start the whole process by making one. While he's setting it up,
no, it's not my house.
Spiders evolved from arthropods that lived in the...
Haven't you heard of that? There's a Goliath bird-eating spider? I want to just run away from that. The Mother Mafia, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Welcome, welcome. Do you just walk through? No. I think I'll just go back to my house. You probably will scream like a girl and go back in the house, wouldn't you? Dude, I'm not gonna lie to myself. Dude, I scream at a rat. I'm gonna scream at this.
Water. If you live in the water, you don't have to worry about your sperm drying out. You can just let your sperms and eggs float around and make babies. But when they came on land, they had to figure out how to get the sperms over to the females. They didn't want a penis. Come on, a spider with a penis. It would screw up their defensive posture.
You love spiders,
It wouldn't be frightening, it'd be lurid. So evolution said, I have an idea. So male spiders evolved a special organ on their second pair of limbs. These palpal bulbs are often hidden because they're tucked back and under. You can see one right there peeking out a bit. If you flip them forward, you can get a better view.
Don't worry, Spider, I'm with you too. Don't worry, dude. I'm a grower, not a shower too. Don't worry. I always talk a big game where it's like, Todd, just give it a second. It's just cold outside, boss. It's hard to perform under pressure. I swear this has never happened. It's a lot bigger than it looks. Anyways.
I mean, in the end, it does look a bit like a dog penis. Inside, it's quite complex.
I think there might be, but I don't remember. Yahweh's a crazy world. It is.
And it takes a number of molts before all the parts are formed and in the right places. It's essentially a long coiled up tube inside of a very specific shape that's different for each species.
Ah, see? Look at that. See? Haha, grower, not shower. Look at that. See? Told you.
It has to be bendy and stiff in just the right places to work. Now here's the problem. The place where the sperm comes out is not near these bulbs.
What?
And in fact, it's out of reach. Seems like a pretty big oversight, but this is where Clarence's little nappy comes in. It's pretty ingenious. First, he separates a bit from the ground and then climbs underneath so he's upside down. Then he turns around. It's a bit awkward. He has another pair of little spinnerets behind the big ones, and he uses them to weave a tiny little patch of special silk. It's onto this patch that he deposits sperm. So the sperm...
Wait, I need to go back to that. Hold on.
To weave a tiny little patch of special silk. It's onto this patch that he deposits sperm. So the sperm sort of hangs down like a little goober. Then he climbs
I'm sorry. Okay, no, I'm done.
back on top of the web, and then alternately sticks his little hand bulbs into the sperm ball. Capillary action pulls
That's
sperm
what I'm
up.
imagining. He's just like, all right, here we go. And then he just lays it all out along the web, just like, and then done.
Into the tubes. You can try this at home. Once he's pelted
You can
bulbs,
try this at home. Sure. Let me go lay on my back upside down, and then let me just go like shoot my shit onto a fucking towel. Why not? Why not? I'll make sure to spread it real across.
are loaded with the sperms. The male is ready for a night out on the town, or day, whatever it takes really. He's a very horny spider at this point. He leaves the safety of his burrow
Chat, that's you.
in search of a female, but female.
In search of a female butt. Chad, it's you! God damn it. Wait, the spiders are starting to become really relatable. I mean, not wrong. All right.
Males like to stay in on the weekends, have some me time. So the male has to do a sort of trick-or-treat version of dating, where you wander around and knock on doors hoping to get lucky. Oops, that's another male. The problem...
Oops, that's another dude. Yeah, don't worry. I heard that plenty of time in college. Oh, man, I can't wait to fuck. I'm about to go in. Oh, shit, sorry, you're a dude. I'm sorry. You want to keep fucking? Anyways.
with all of this is that it leaves the male tarantula very vulnerable. He is snack size for quite a few animals and has a nice little crunch to him. Luckily,
It's like that quagmire meat. What the fuck? Is that a bullfrog? Bullfrogs will eat anything. No, no homo, bro. No homo. Hold on. I gotta allow this. There we go. No homo, bro.
isn't completely defenseless. He's got the fangs and a defensive posture designed to show them off. But remember, they have hairs for everything. So of course there's some special defensive hairs. Some species have these patches of stripe.
She's hot. That's a guy over there. And over again. Wait, I remember that Family Guy meme. Oh my god, she's beautiful. That's a guy. Oh my god, she's... Oh, wait, hold on. She's beautiful. Oh, that's a guy. Oh my god, he's handsome. That's a chick. That dog is cute. That's a cat. What is...
Relating seti. By rubbing them together, they can make a hissing noise. That's a noisy, not-so-patient spider right there. No judgment. I mean, have you ever been accosted by a microphone the size of your upper body? You might make that sound, too. Some of the New World tarantulas also have urticating...
ASMR. Would you guys like to listen to spider rubbing itself ASMR? I miss you, Crow, and I miss you guys, too. You guys are gonna make me shit myself. I'm sorry.
These seti are barbed and designed to break off fairly easily. Often the way they break leaves one end with a tip that looks just like a hypodermic needle.
Mine too, man. Mine too. After I'm done, my tip sure looks fucking small.
They are designed to work themselves down and into a surface on contact. And let me tell you, if these urticating hairs get on your skin or in your eyes or on your mucous membranes, they can hurt like hell. Kill me. Some tarantulas will rapidly rub these...
We might need Skelly 2.0. We might just need to get a training dummy, so I can just keep on punching and kicking it.
Patches when they are threatened, sending out a little cloud of these hairs. But despite all of this, they still have a serious issue with one predator in particular.
Oh, what is that?
The tarantula hawk, a name which is a lot less frightening than what it is, which is a wasp. But imagine a wasp that compared to you is roughly the size of a dog. And you know what this wasp does? It goes searching around in tarantula burrows or just waits until
we just learned about that thing!
And then tries to sting them through the soft patch on their belly. Look at this one. He flipped right on his back like some jujitsu specialist.
What the fuck?
What are you going to do against that? Walk away, certainly. But don't raise your butt up like that. It gives them a target. Oh, there it goes.
Oi!
If the wasp finds an...
By the way, that jujitsu thing kind of reminded me of something. I have a friend that does jujitsu, can completely kick my ass in about 5 seconds. Sincerely, he can kick my ass within like 5 seconds, no matter what. But you know what's the one dumb thing I did? Because when we were about to spar, he goes flat on his back. He's ready. He's ready to like try to take me down. I just poke his butt. He goes way back up, and then he starts kicking my ass. It's just like, what am I supposed to do? Dude, I already know you're strong on your back, so I just poke your butt. And I don't know. That's all I got. Anyways.
Opening, all it takes is a moment. The sting delivers a venom that...
That's all I got, brother! That's all I got! You beat me on the ground fight! The fuck am I supposed to do? I'll ask you for it at that point. That's what I do, man! I did the whole, like, Naruto thing where it's just like 1,000 years of death. Did it work? No, but I'm about to beat your ass! And I was like, you know what? That's fair. And then I got my ass beat.
Paralyzes the tarantula. The wasp then
Hello,
drags
Star,
the
marry
tarantula
me.
about, looking for a suitable spot, where it will pause and then lay its eggs on top of the tarantula's body. Then
This
it
thing!
buries it, often alive, and then you know what happens. The little wasp babies eat the tarantula. It's horrifying. And that's the kind of bullshit that the male tarantulas have to deal with when they want to go out on a date. Once the male finds a hidey hole...
I'm never gonna complain about my own dates ever again.
with a potential mate, he has to convince the female to come out and
you'll
party.
say spiders are bad. Now they're getting their ass kicked by like nature. They got like one very specific like alien, and I'm talking about aliens from Aliens.
Not look like much, but this is sort of like an upside down
Xenomorph.
version
That's the name. I'm sorry. I keep pausing the video. My fault. I'll keep going.
of the balcony scene from Romeo and Juliet. But they both have bongos, and Juliet
Baboon,
is
thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Welcome.
6 dozen of the other. Here, you can see it a bit better in these cutaway diorama versions. See all that tapping? Well,
Yep.
they're flirting by Morse code using vibrations. Now, it goes on like this until she stops responding or she comes out of the burrow, which can be terrifying.
So wait, hold on, wait. Is that like sexting but with like Morse code instead? What are you wearing? And then I just hear a bunch of beep boops back. That's hot!
You know, she shows up at the door and she's heavily armed. Run away! But if all goes well, this gives the tarantulas a chance to feel each other out. Literally. It's kind of cute. Looks like the fidgety hand-holding of a movie first date.
Aww.
Now, all this closeness does start to force the issue of the whole fangs thing. Male tarantulas have spurs on their front pair of legs.
Oh.
One of the first moves he has to pull off is to get those spurs underneath the female's fangs. If he f***s this part up, it's best to just abort. Once he has his spurs in place and her fangs are firmly secured, he lifts her up and begins to explore her underside with his spermed-up palps. The female has 2 small openings that lead to her spermathecae, organs that store sperm until the female is ready to lay her eggs. Here's what the spermathecae look like from the inside. Think of them like little pockets. For sperm, you don't want to put your keys in there. Spermathecae come in all sorts of shapes.
That
This one
escalated
looks like a
quickly.
drowning
Yeah, it did.
snail.
My God.
Here's a happy frog. 2 pigs in a hot tub that just had an argument. Or a gummy bear that just wants to hide under the covers. The male's palpal bulb is just the right shape to put sperm into these.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't know why it's a... Do you know what the censor part for like Callie is when they're trying to do this? Usually the females eat the males if the males fuck up. General spider rule. It's not eat the males or like general spider rule that got this to be censored. Usually the females is the one that censors first. Huh. No, we're talking about animals, dude.
Little pockets. Now, people used to think that the males found these holes without being able to feel anything because they assumed the bulbs evolved from claws which don't have nerves. But recently, science hippies figured out they come from something behind the claw, so they can feel. And the spiders are like, yeah, duh. That's why we keep doing it. Anyways, once he finds those holes...
Yeah,
he sort
duh.
of
That's why we keep doing it. Yeah. It's just, I mean, now it's a no duh, where it's just like, why would they keep... Yeah, of course they feel it. Why wouldn't they? Wait.
injects his sperm into the spermathecae, on top of whatever other sperm might be up there.
Hi,
Whoever is
Raven.
last has the best shot at fertilizing the eggs.
Curtis,
When it's all
welcome
over,
on
it's time
in.
for the male to make a quick escape, lest he become the snack for the
Drink. I think I
post-sex
drink too much.
hungries.
I have to take a piss.
Females can store sperm until they're ready to lay eggs.
I'll give
The
you a
sperm
shout-out, Curtis.
isn't
I got you.
active during that time. Instead, clusters of sperm are held inside of these little balls, go figure, called coenospermia. This seems to be protection against drying out.
Oh, thank you, dude.
But when the female is ready to lay her eggs, the outer membranes of these
Is it weird
balls
that I had a feeling? Is it weird that I had a feeling where it's just like, wait a minute, just in case, if someone's here, they will probably do the first version of that shout out. So I'll do the second version. Just in case. And I got it! Yeah! Well, welcome on in, Curtis, the handsome duo.
break and
How's your
release the
trip from
individual
Japan, dude?
sperm. They then uncoil and are ready for the fertilization party. The female constructs a little silk nappy on the ground called an egg sac. It will provide a sterile, insulated environment for her babies. Some species embed their urticating hairs into the egg sac, which provides a bit of extra protection against parasites. Once this layer is done, she deposits her eggs quickly and carefully. The eggs are surrounded by a fluid that will be absorbed in the first hour of development. Depending on the species, she will lay anywhere from a handful of eggs to thousands. She then begins to lay down another layer of silk, gently and precisely making a soft and sterile silk
It looks like an over easy egg, the first part.
home for all her future little babies. I mean, it's a little weird. She basically sewed her children into a beanbag, and then she drags that around. Excuse me, madam, what you got there? Oh, it's a dirty pillow stuffed with your babies? That's a phone call to protective services. And I'll tell you, some of them get frogs to babysit. And you can't trust a frog. I suppose it's better than a cricket, because they don't give a cricket getting eaten by a cricket getting eaten by a spider that's eaten.
Hey, look, an actual citation. It's like a research paper. Look, they have every one of these like resources.
Cricket getting eaten by a cricket.
Let's see. Oh, wow. They had everything. So it's not just bullshitting you. Hey, if you think we're bullshitting you, here you go. Here's all our citations. Ow! Gotta go now. Thank you for the stream. See you next time. Thank you. Actual facts. They actually spit actual facts.
Don't give a fuck. Cricket that don't give a fuck. Dale, I think you should see this. There's something in the water. No, it's not the dog. Well, I don't know what it is, Dale. Describe
What the
it?
fuck?
All right, it looks like Snuffleupagus, but reimagined as a dildo, wearing glasses. Does that help, Dale? No,
What was that description again? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, crazy? Can you repeat that entire thing? Because I have no idea what you just said.
know what it is, Dale. Describe it? All right, it looks like Snuffleupagus, but reimagined as a dildo, wearing glasses. Does that help, Dale? No, I'm not drunk. Dale, I really think you should... What the fuck? Let's back
What
up
the
a bit.
fuck?
This is a raft of Culex eggs.
That is
seen
a
from
mosquito.
below, and they are just about to hatch. Now, if you have that thing where lots of little holes freak you out, this might be a good time
Tryptophobia. If you have tryptophobia, run the fuck away. If you have tryptophobia, run the fuck away now.
to go to the kitchen and get something to eat. Not a bagel, that has a hole. And not pimento olives either. You might as well just stay and watch this. Well,
Mosquitoes
you've
are
been
born in the
warned.
water. Why?
And here come the bibbies. There are
Ew.
more than 3,500
Nah, I'm
known
good.
species
Okay,
of
phew.
fly in the family Culicidae, otherwise known as mosquitoes. All of them begin their lives underwater. This shot is pretty crazy. The newly
I'm
emerged
traumatizing myself.
larvae
I'm
have
already
to
traumatized
breathe,
here.
And they breathe air. But they don't do it with their mouth holes. They do it with their back bits.
Why the fuck are you
Right
watching
there,
this?
right above
Science.
the pooper is something called a siphon. Some species, like those in the genus Culex, have quite long siphons. And they look a bit like those poles on bumper cars.
They look like they. I just keep imagining, for some reason, tweets random ass tweets from like Twitter being shouted out by these random things whenever they move. I don't know why. I really don't. It just sounds funny to me that like they're actually talking, but they're just shouting out the most random bullshit on Twitter.
That connect to the roof when the siphon is underwater.
That's why you don't drink random water outside after the rain, especially. Yep, at least get a filter.
Little flaps on the end pucker up to keep it shut. But when they attach to the surface of the water, they open up. And that is how they breathe. Look at that. You're staring right into a mosquito's butt. You can try this in your local pool. Just jackknife under the water, let your butt breach and spread them. Then blow out your mouth real hard and see how long you...
What is this description? Wait, what was that whole thing? I need to hear it.
You can try this in your local pool. Just jackknife under the water, let your butt breach and spread them. Then blow out your mouth real hard and see how long...
I'll give someone $20 if they can do that in a pool right in front of me.
You last before you get arrested.
Okay, maybe don't. You're definitely gonna get arrested. Don't.
Enters the siphon and into a series of tubes which transport oxygen to parts of the body. Some species, like those in the genus Anopheles, don't have a siphon.
Crow has
Instead,
plants?
they have a hole on one of their segments, and to breathe, they lie parallel to the water's surface, which has some drawbacks. Anopheles kind of does its own thing. Look at that, its head
Hide under the sheets? No, try to kill that thing. What the fuck is that?
Around. It's horrifying.
Demon baby.
The main job of a larva is to eat and grow in preparation for its transformation into an adult. Most species are filter feeders and use little brushes to filter tiny crap that's floating about into their mouths, like straining soup through a mustache. There are, however, mosquito babies that specialize in eating other mosquito babies. For example, the larvae of the elephant mosquito Toxorynchites. I bet you can't tell which one it is.
Oh shit!
Got him right on the butt. And that's the thing about kindergarten. There's always a biter. And in this case, there's a bunch of them. I mean, look at this friggin' thing. The larva of the fly Cheaborus. Looks like a can opener that came to life. I mean, you certainly don't get close to there. Told you. Now that baby dead baby. And then you have to worry about the dragonfly larva, psychos. And look at that, they eat your butt first too. It's a terrible way to die. Start with my face if you eat me. And I don't even know what this one is.
Why does everything have to eat with the butt? Eat butt first. At least with this thing, I don't think it thinks about it. But the other thing is like... Don't praying mantis do that? They eat through like the anus first and then go to your head because it keeps you alive the longest? Of course they eat each other. Of course. Why wouldn't they?
It.
Why is not everything you watch is cursed? I swear I don't watch everything that's cursed. I just happen to find cursed stuff.
The point is, it can be tough to be a little mosquito baby and make it all the way until you're ready to pupate.
I don't know why.
Pupate. As the larvae grow, they must molt and shed their exoskeletons. On the fourth molt, however, something different happens. Instead of emerging as a bigger larva, it emerges as a pupa. Two little ear-like things called trumpets pop out at the front near the head. They are the new breathing apparatus which replaces the siphon. Their body becomes more of a shrimpy, curled up sort of thing. It sort of looks like a depressed ghost.
It kind of
One time he
does.
said boob by mistake, and now everyone laughs at him. Inside this pupa, the adult form of the mosquito will be constructed. But listen, this isn't some
Average
bullshit
animal
butterfly
instinct.
pupa that just sits there while you wait. This thing can move and dives quickly if there's danger about. In 2 to 3 days, the transformation is
Well, it's October. We watching horror. What's more horrifying than nature? Well, you're right about that.
complete. Now, slightly above the surface of the water, the back of the pupa
This seems
splits
terrifying.
open.
Stop! I
Underwater,
couldn't
you
find
can
you over
see
at
air
TwitchCon,
enter the
motherfucker.
pupa as its exoskeleton separates from the adult within. And that shit is packed in there good. I mean, there's a lot of parts in there folded up.
Oh.
It's like getting a bunk bed in a box from IKEA. On the surface, it is a pretty fantastic entrance. It's like how Lady Gaga would come out on stage. Very dramatic. On the other hand...
Hey, the fact of how true that statement is, it kind of does. Honestly, I'm not surprised with these little shits who has blood-drinking straws for a mouth. Ugh!
Toxorynchites, the elephant mosquito, emerges a little more like...
I couldn't move as much. Hopefully we can meet another time. Yeah, my back was in pain too. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna hold it against you. Oh, I fucking hate bugs. Only the females do. Really? Oh, right, because they have to go collect, like, stuff for their children.
I mean, it is a pretty incredible transformation. A few days ago, this thing was a friggin' worm. And I'll tell you, puberty would be a lot better if it happened all at once like that. Just unzip the back, pull off the skin, and you'd have a full bush on your pits. After its wings and body have dried out a bit, the newly emerged adult is ready for its first flight. No qualifications, no prior experience, by the way, unless you count convulsive swimming. Fortunately, the adult is equipped with some very sensitive navigational instruments. 2 antennae, which can get quite bushy, especially with the males, connect back to 2 bulbs over the eyes. These contain Johnston's organ. Named after Johnston, who must have had a tiny organ, Johnston's organ can sense the slightest movement, grow up, of the antennae. It is incredibly sensitive. It is thought that when they approach an object, they can sense...
Yeah, my shit's sensitive too. Don't worry. Is that a mosquito? Yes, it is. Poor Johnston. Poor Johnston.
Minute changes to the airflow around their body. This allows them to fly in the dark without bumping into things. Their wing stroke is quite
I'm sorry,
unusual.
I got like the mind of a 12-year-old.
Twisty movement that creates pockets of swirling air which support the mosquito.
That's how they
in
fly?
flight. Now that it can
What
fly,
is sensitive?
the
My
newly
fault.
emerged adult needs to find food. I know what you're thinking, but before you get your undies in
But
a
this
bunch,
video is making
you
me
should
itchy. Oh, I'm not the only one. Yeah, it's making the back of my head itchy.
know that for day-to-day nourishment, mosquitoes eat sugar, mainly from the nectar of flowers. This means
Oh,
they
Snowy!
are pollinators. Look at this one, he's filthy with it. He's got plant sperm all over him. There are some flowers that are mainly pollinated by the mosquito. Males of all species will only eat sugar their entire lives. Females of most species will also take blood meals in preparation for laying eggs. But there are some species, like the elephant mosquito Toxorynchides, that don't feed on blood at all. It's like the perfect mosquito.
Poor Scar, the human version, is probably going to be traumatizing him 24/7. Yeah. I'll now shoot Raid up in the air as much as I can against mosquitoes.
Eats other mosquito larvae, pollinates flowers, and it doesn't even bite.
I feel so educated.
Sure,
Me too, man. Makes my brain feel the big.
Perfect, but still. Hello. In order to make babies, female mosquitoes need some of that male mosquito sperm. But first, a message about our sponsor. Brilliant is a problem solver.
But first. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong but. But with a single T. Oh, you go get that bag, King. I will now proceed to skip to the video. I will now proceed to skip to the part.
People that go to that link will get 20% off the annual premium subscription. I'm happy to have them as a sponsor.
I hate mosquitoes.
So
they make
check
me
them out.
itch and twitch.
Where were we? Oh, right. In order to make babies, female mosquitoes must mate, and depending on the species, that goes down in different ways. Sabethis are the most extra. They do a little courtship dance for each other in their disco leggings like they were club kids in Ibiza.
Oh.
Jerry, do we have footage of that? No, that's not it. That's a frog peeing on another frog, Jerry.
They pee backwards? They pee backwards? Wait, what? They pee backwards?
Like they were club kids in Ibiza. Jerry, do we have footage of that? No, that's not.
They're doing what? That's peeing! That's peeing! Look at this motherfucker's face, even though it's kind of being blocked right now. Here we go. I just scrolled up a little bit. Look at this motherfucker's face! Doesn't even give a shit! And this guy, blissfully unaware.
That's not it. That's a frog peeing on another frog, Jerry. What do you mean, how can I tell? Never mind. Dinosaurides wins the award for creepiest mating. They live inside of crab holes, which should set off alarm bells right there. These are Dinosaurides males on the surface of the water.
You know how much skill you have to... Nope,
They're
I'm not hearing you
skate
out.
fighting with each other to jockey for position. Because
They pee
here's
from
what
the
they
back.
do.
Stop!
They camp out over a pupa and wait for it to emerge. If it's a female, they mate with her right then, before she can even fly. Told you, crab hole creep. With other...
these mosquitoes are actually a creep. They're the Diddy mosquitoes.
Species like Aedes aegypti, it's more like a hookup at a karaoke bar. Males get all turned on by that f***ing whining sound of the female's wings. Look right here. You can play a female tone out an earbud, and a male will come over and try to hump it. Disappointing for the male, but also the earbud, who's already got a shitty job jammed in your ear hole playing your podcasts, and now it's getting dicked by a skeeter. Anyway.
Now it's getting dicked down by a skeeter. Now it's getting dicked down by a skeeter. Some of the sentences I never thought I would hear ever in my life. This shit got me so intrigued. I can forgive the Sonic video now. Hey, look at that.
When the male approaches the female, the two seem to adjust their wing beats to try to converge on a harmony. Now, if the female isn't into it, she has plenty of ways to tell
No, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crow's nest.
If she
Welcome.
hears what she likes, she accepts, even if she's freaking glued to a rod. I don't know if I'd be up for it, but everyone's got a kink. A blood-feeding female needs blood to make her eggs. The majority of species don't prefer humans.
Hey, flamingo!
Anything that
Flamingo!
has blood is
It's
fair
under
game.
your eye!
There are species that specialize in frogs or snakes. Some feed on fish like mudskippers or even manatees. Uranotaenia sapphirina prefers earthworms. And the earthworms seem like they're down with it. Free acupuncture. Look, they're riding on it. It's cute.
Oh.
In this clip, when a car goes by, the vibrations cause the worms to duck underground. And the mosquitoes kind of get pulled in with them. I'm telling you, if you have blood, you're getting bit. Even the mosquito itself isn't safe. There's a midge that specializes in feeding from...
What the fuck is this? Hi, new homie. Welcome to the Nest in Crow's Walls. And don't forget to bring your favorite items to the walls with you and give Crow an odd penny. Yeah, I need it for my diet. What's going on here?
mosquitoes that have just been feeding on something else. And you know something's sucking on them too. It's mosquitoes all the way down. The mosquitoes who've gotten a taste for humans, on the other hand, are very good at finding us. When we exhale, we create a plume of carbon dioxide. Mosquitoes that enter one of these plumes become hypersensitive to other stimuli and try to track back to the source. When they get close enough to use their vision, they look for dark colors and areas of high contrast. When they get even closer, they can sense body heat and the odors from sweat and bacteria. Some species, like Anopheles gambia, are particularly attracted to the smell of feet, the little kinky bastards.
What the
fuck? So go ahead and hold your breath. They'll find you anyway. When these mosquitoes land, they have a bounce to them and even use their mouth parts as shock absorbers. And let me tell you, these are not your ordinary mouth parts. On the outside, there's a sheath. It looks like a closed tube, but it actually has a slit up the front, more like a rolled-up piece of paper. At the very tip of the sheath, there are two sensory probes called labella. You can think of them as little kissy lips. Now, when the mouth parts are inserted, the labella stays on the surface of the skin. The sheath splits
I always
open
go
and
after my
bends
leg.
into a
Mine
sort
too,
of
man.
U
It's always the
shape, and
ankles.
you can see what's inside.
You can wear socks and they
Now,
still
it looks
somehow
a bit
get there.
like a needle, but it's actually 6 different structures bundled together. 2 of them are like the muscle of the operation, with tiny little saws that cut through the skin. 2 others are like the lookouts. They hold the tissue apart. They hate their job. The 2 remaining are like the masterminds of the heist. One, which pumps in saliva, is like the security and alarm systems expert. The other, the labrum, is the closer. It pierces the blood vessels and sucks the blood up. From the top, it looks fairly straightforward, but under the skin, you can see it's a little more loosey-goosey. This looks like the inside view of a teddy bear being humped by a chihuahua. You can see the mouth parts separate, and they're very bendy and flexible. There's often quite a bit of searching that has to happen before a capillary is found. Remember, they can't see any of this. They're just groping around like a surgeon operating on a patient buried in a ball pit. And they make mistakes. Look, it went right through that blood vessel. That's a mess. And if you suck on one too fast, you can collapse it. Now, with all this
They
fiddling
just
about,
stick it in. It's like, hello, all right, it's time for a roundhouse kick.
Being detected. However, the mosquito's saliva contains cocktails that help turn off the host's alarm systems, both numbing the nerves and suppressing the immune response.
Let me tell you what, it ain't working, because I feel that shit almost immediately.
The saliva can also contain some unwanted hitchhikers the mosquito picked up from another host. These pathogens cause a variety of disease. Only about 5% of mosquito species carry pathogens.
I'm just saying, have you guys ever just like, I didn't get that.
Doozy and have killed more people than any other animal, including people. And people are very good at killing people. When a good blood vessel is finally found, pumps in the head pull the blood up and into the tum-tums. Liquids get expelled out the back to concentrate the blood meal. I mean, that's straight up DWE, defecating while eating. And you know you're not supposed to do that, not often. The female's tummy parts secrete a membrane that surrounds the ingested blood. This allows her to continue eating sugar while the blood is broken down into the building blocks she will need to make eggs.
And
That's
it's
right.
shitting along the way too.
There are mosquito babies out there that were made from bits of you. Some species, like those in the genus Anopheles, pictured here with a match so you can get a sense of how hard it is for them to pick up a smoking habit, lay their eggs individually on the surface of ponds or marshes. And each egg is equipped with little floaties on either side, Other species
So they poop
prefer
on
to
us
lay
while
their
sucking
eggs
our
in
blood? Yeah,
containers
basically.
that fill up with water when it rains. Could be a hole in a tree stump.
It's
or
like,
a
oh, I'm about to have a feast, so let me just make room back here. And then they just shit.
discarded tire, even the cup of a flower. On the plus side, if you lay your eggs in those, there won't be any fish or dragonfly larvae. On the other hand, it
Dumpling,
might dry
thank you
out
so much
before
for the
your
follow.
larvae
Welcome to the
become
Crow's
adults.
Nest. Welcome.
As a
The
sort of
audacity,
insurance,
the
Hades
chutzpah,
Egypti
Mocha,
lays
the
its eggs
chutzpah.
above the waterline. There they... Oh, she knocked a couple down. No mother's perfect. I mean, who hasn't lost a child or two at the water park? There they can stay dried out until it
Oh, one of the kids fell. Whoopsies. Oh, man, we can always make another one. Sincerely, they really can, though.
rains again and the container fills up more. Now, Toxorynchides, the best mosquito, also likes laying its eggs in containers, especially if there's other
Emotional
mosquito
damage.
larvae in there that its babies can eat. They sort of butt whip their eggs into the container while they're flying. If you look close, you can see it. Right there. Little egg bomb.
Let me just
Now,
shoot
here's
one of my
something
kids
special.
down there.
Researcher Rachel Moriali recently observed a novel behavior.
How do y'all not know
When
it
the
poops on
smaller
you? I did not
Aedes
know.
aegypti
I thought it just sucks
females
blood.
sense that a Toxorynchides female is egg bombing their hole. They fly right up and start harassing it. Look, they're knocking right into her like a blackbird mobbing a hawk. That's
Yeah,
aggressive.
don't worry, man. I fucking, like, egg bomb my hole, too. Yeah, I mean, you know, it just happens. Especially in college.
Mothering. You wouldn't expect that, but here's another one. Females in the genus Trichoprosopon. Can't pronounce that.
What?
Jerry, fix it in post, would you? Females in the genus Trichoprosopon stay with their eggs and guard them. Her eggs are arranged in a little raft that she holds between her legs. Now, other species make rafts too, and they're very carefully constructed.
That's why I hate
Here
mosquitoes
you
and
can
other bugs.
see a
Ew.
female Culex mosquito building one
That's
of her
why.
rafts. Each egg individually glued to the others.
Just some Italian
I mean,
curse
that's
when I see
magic
them.
right
Never
there.
search the
It's
facts
like
about
pulling a
them.
rabbit
Hey,
out
look
of
at
a
that.
hat.
Oh, God.
If the hat was your butt and the rabbit was a Tic Tac, it looks like the stress test room in a condom factory. How are they holding up? There's a little leakage, but other than that, they're fine. What, Jerry?
What,
do you
Jerry?
mean,
What
what a
was that
mosquito?
about the condom factory thing? Jerry?
How are they holding up? There's a
Wait, go
It's like
back.
pulling a rabbit out of a hat. I mean, if the hat was your butt and the rabbit was a Tic Tac, it looks like the stress test room in a condom factory. How are they holding up? There's a little leakage, but other than that, they're fine. What, Jerry? What do you mean, what are mosquitoes good for? You don't ask that question, Jerry. Mosquitoes are good for making more mosquitoes, that's what. Ask a chicken what people are good for. You won't like what the chicken says. And now look, on top of everything else,
Look,
you've
I'm
got-
just saying, you know, I kind of want to get rid of every single one. I want to get rid of every single mosquito. It'll probably ruin the environment in some odd-shaped way that I just never really think of. I just want to get rid of
Like
them.
kissing
But a
bugs I
talking
hate
chicken,
with a
and let me
burning
tell you, that
passion.
gets
They
annoying.
bite you on your
Jerry,
mouth and
I laid an egg.
afterwards shit in the wound they made scarce for scream
Oh,
and
they
glare.
bite me and then shit on me. What the fuck? They're making sure I
Jerry,
get an
I laid
infection.
another egg. Jerry, I laid... Oh, sorry, that's not an egg. And you
I wanna
snap
take
and
this
say something
information out of
hurtful.
my head.
Like,
Too
I
bad.
don't care about your stupid eggs, chicken. And now look what you did. That's why you
The
don't
more,
ask what
the
something's
more I know
good
about
for,
mosquitoes,
Jerry.
the more
You
I
end up
hate
with a
them.
sulky
Genuinely,
chicken.
I hate them too.
Mosquito that wants to meet you, wants to eat you. Watch her slide up. There's a mosquito that wants to meet you. She likes your feet too. Watch her slide up. Mosquito says hello.
The song won't make it better, but it's kind of doing it.
Mosquito says hello. Mosquito says hello.
Hello? Hello?